procrastination usually has a lot of negative context. That's not the word I'm searching for. Denotation, negative denotation or the negative connotation. But when you are consciousness, when you are that, when you are not connected to your higher consciousness, when you are consciousness, procrastination is completely diluted, completely, because it is about time. It doesn't exist. It's about concerning about something. It's not flowing, the concerningness. So once you are not in a hurry. You are not in. So procrastination from a higher conscious level, it means absolutely nothing. When you are flowing with the problems, you decide when is the best moment to ride them. It's just like surfing. Surfing, a wave can be a problem, or it can be a very pleasant experience, depending on how you are facing that. So in procrastination, once you are flowing with that, the first small problem, whatever it is, taking a decision to throw something away and not taking it with you anymore. Even though it can be something nice, but for whatever reason, you want to get rid of that. And then you are hesitating, throwing it to the garbage. And you don't think about it. And the next day, something happens and I say, but I prefer to do this other thing like surfing or snorkeling or whatever. And then by enjoying what you're doing, maybe the problem that it was nothing, just getting rid of something positive or whatever, doesn't matter. It's just going back to that. Grab it and hold it with you while you are flowing with the waves, with snorkeling, with anything you love and makes you feel high. I don't know if it can be understood, but that's the way I've been feeling most of my life. But today is the first day I can manage to put it into words in English. Maybe I should have tried in Spanish, but I think I was aware of that in English because I wanted to share it with Marianne. So maybe this is a message just for her, or why not? 80% of the videos that I am filming about these aspects, I am uploading them to YouTube. 80% now. Before it was 0%. In between 0 and 80, there has been many different tiers. I don't know if that is the right pronunciation. Not tiers, but the stages. But it's a word that I don't control very much, just like sword. It was 34 years ago. A girl laughing at me because I couldn't say sword. And probably I can still. And I was feeling so good. She was laughing at me, but I didn't feel offended at all. That's the best way of learning anything, not only a language, anything. The kids are like that. It's funny, and it's funny. It's not because you are a horrible person with no skills. I was still such a big child that I was having a lot of fun with her laughing at me. And she was teaching me. She didn't know that she was teaching me. And she was probably 6 years old. And I was learning a lot from her, and not only English. Is to grow with your child. That's the thing. When people are saying you have to connect with your inner child, I can only tell them that it's never too late, but the best thing to do it is to grow your inner child as soon as possible, as soon as people start letting the child behind, which is probably about 11 years old. That's when I first remember my existential crisis as a child, because I was seeing everybody leaving the childhood and going into, I don't know, people call it teenagers. It's not teenagers. It's getting rid of the magic. So procrastinating could have been a great idea if they got rid of this childhood life and perspective, and they say, oh, I will do it later because I'm gonna surf the waves, I'm gonna skydive, I'm gonna scuba dive, I'm gonna surf, I'm gonna whatever that creates you passion for doing something just by yourself, not because it is a fashion, not because somebody told you to do it, just because you felt that magic in you. And it can be climbing, it can be scuba diving, it can be walking, it can be hiking, it can be anywhere. So everybody has felt it, but nobody is aware of these levels of awareness. So once you have this structure now, I think you just have to put your life into this structure. It's like a wall where you put the the positive messages in a post-it, which is ridiculous. That's not even a brick. That's nothing. This is the structure which is absolutely invisible. You don't need post-it. You don't need words. You don't need positive words because you don't need words. There are no positive or negative words. Wave. Jumping from the airplane. Is that positive or negative if you have to do it? Right? You are forced to do that. It can be negative all of a sudden, but if you practice, it can be positive, right? So that's the thing. Procrastinating is the best thing you could have done when you were 11 years old and you started wishing to become an adult like your father, like your uncle, like the priest or whatever, because the goal of you being yourself is just being like someone else. So absolutely fixable.